Your service is wonderful. I would like to name a favorite driver, but I can't. You're all my favorite drivers. You are all professional, polite, friendly, and helpful. You always remember my husband's name as well as mine. I talk more with the drivers than anyone else. Being a senior, disabled, and during COVID-19, it is a lonesome time. That includes the dispatchers also.
Thank you very much for your service. You're very fine drivers, as well as the dependable service. I am 81 years old, and I don't know what I would do without Link. Thanks again, and many blessings. David Campbell.
Michelle called to say how much she appreciates our drivers, especially Abel, Maya, and Roger. She rides Link Plus and says that the drivers are so kind. She is so appreciative of Link Plus and the service it provides. She also wanted to say that Tina in dispatch is very kind.
Amy called in and wanted to thank all of the Link Plus drivers that she has had. She said they are always very helpful and always make sure they help her off the bus and to the door. She really appreciates what they do and how nice they are.
Rhonda wanted to be sure we let Bobby Duran know how courteous and personable he is and that she enjoys riding with him. She was especially thankful for last night when she rode with him to Fred Meyer, that he didn't make them get off the bus at Columbia Station between routes.
Rhonda called to say Victor is fantastic. He has everyone laughing from the bus from the jokes that he says. He really engages with his guests. Thanks, Victor. Rhonda wanted to comment on how fantastic Marisol is. She knows her stuff. Not rushed, such a sweetheart. Rhonda called today to give kudos to the driver Darren. She just wanted to report that he was especially friendly with his guests, and he's absolutely fantastic.
Thanks, Darren, man. Yeah. I appreciate it.
Jake has a great personality.
The newbie, Jeremiah, is fantastic. A real people person.
Rhonda called in and wanted to say that Leonard does a great job booking her appointments, and he is very personable and helpful.
Caller was on the Route 28 that left Kashmir at 11:30 a.m. He wanted to commend the driver on his ability to handle the bus in traffic. Provided a smooth ride, Juan Hernandez. Guess who called again? It was Rhonda. She commented on Chuck from Link Plus on how helpful he was with her bags and how extremely friendly, caring, and how much he just does a really good job with people. She enjoys Chuck's great personality. He's very helpful when she was on Link Plus. He is a great guy. Tirza called to report on behalf of Rhonda. She wanted to commend Bob Delosier. She wanted to report that Bob is very sweet, kind, and helpful. She wanted us to know that she is very impressed.
Mike is extremely knowledgeable with routes and has a great sense of humor and is very friendly. Jen Britt called. She lives in Leavenworth, and she wanted to comment on how much she has enjoyed having our services up there, especially the DART service. She says that everyone is so kind and helpful. She said that she is a senior who doesn't drive anymore, and that wouldn't be possible without us.
Donovan is a kick in the pants. He is very sincere and really cares about his guests. That was Rhonda, by the way.
All right, Donovan, thank you so much.
I would like to send praise to the young lady Samantha that was driving 1603 Route 11. She had a nasty woman on board who was cussing and carrying on, and the driver finally pulled the bus over and asked her to exit the bus, and she finally did. I just wanted to acknowledge this young driver and the respect and professionalism that she showed. Rhonda called and wanted to say how sweet Samantha is. She is very thoughtful, knowledgeable, and has a great sense of humor. She is one of her favorite drivers and hopes she never moves up because she would miss her and never see her again.
We have a guest named Rhonda who came down here to Columbia Station and wanted to comment on what a great job Trish does supervising her team. She really feels she does a great job. Link Plus Dispatch: Leonard, Josh, Tina, Mike, Julie, Pedro, Randy, and Ian, and others if I missed anyone. Thank you for Wyatt and myself for all you do. So greatly appreciated. Canadian loves and hugs. The best kind of loves and hugs. Doreen.
What's up, man?
Hey. Good to see you. You too.
This is a comment on your new driver and his trainer. The driver is doing great and his trainer is very thorough, explaining a lot of good points. I don't usually do this, but you're getting your money's worth here. Thank you, from Jay Harding. I'm on the 21 to Chelan and it's bus 346 at 1:30 p.m. Normally I don't really care, I mind my own business, but these two are really working good together, and I was impressed. Normally people don't hesitate to post a gripe about whatever, so hey, they are doing good. Thank you. That's for Ron A. and Theron G.
Rhonda called and wanted to comment on how Martin S. makes her laugh and that he's a great guy. Just had a man call who was at Biosports, and he said about 10 to 15 minutes ago he witnessed and was so impressed with the Link Plus driver that helped a woman come out of the building. He helped her every step and was so patient with her. The caller also said the man was so kind, friendly, and went above and beyond in helping the lady get into the van. It was so great to see such kindness still exist. The caller wanted to say thank you, Jose M., and make sure his supervisor knew how great the driver was.
Rhonda called and really enjoys riding with Rana. That's Ron Andrews. He is helpful and has a great sense of humor. 2 weeks ago, my husband, daughter, and I were on vacation in Chelan, where my 2.5-year-old daughter saw a small Link Transit bus in the parking lot of Walmart. My daughter has been wildly fascinated every time she sees a bus. She learned the song The Wheels on the Bus this summer and has shouted "bus" every time we see a Link Transit bus in Wenatchee. On this particular day, a driver named Ian was eating his lunch when my husband knocked on the bus door, interrupted Ian's lunch, and asked if our daughter could tour the bus. Ian not only stopped eating, but was excited to open the bus to my daughter and even let my husband and daughter experience the lift on the bus. This small and gracious incident made my daughter's day. I want to thank Ian, I don't know his last name, none of us do, for being a fabulous Link employee. Sincerely, Natalie, Dave, and Kennedy Noyd.
How's your day going, Hugo?
Pretty good, actually.
Really good?
Beautiful day.
It is a beautiful day.
Yeah.
Rhonda called, rode with Hugo today. Extremely nice and has a good and funny personality. Was fun to ride with. Not Rhonda called. The driver of the bus 21 at about 11 was very helpful and kind, in addition to being an excellent driver. Hugo!
Alright, Hugo, you have a good one, man. Thank you so much.
Rhonda called and said that Joe is a kind old soul just like herself. She had him on Saturday and noticed how friendly and helpful he was to his patrons, and she would like to say thank you for your words of concern.
Doreen Smith says she is so thankful for all our Link Plus services. She loves our dispatchers and how nice they are. They always have such good manners, she says. Today she was thinking she was going to have a rough day as she was running late when the dispatcher was so great and getting someone out to her sooner to help her. She just felt so relieved and thankful. She said that also today on her ride this morning with Link Plus, the new driver was super. He picked her up early when she needed him at 8:48 a.m. He also completely avoided an accident when a driver not paying attention completely flipped a U-turn right in front of them. It startled her, but she said that Leo was calm and responded very quickly. She was very proud of him and his driving, said he was a very nice man also. Doreen was so thankful for all of Link Plus today and wants us to let everyone know how much they help her and how much she appreciates them. Rhonda wants to thank Patrick for introducing her to Link Plus. She called and said what a crack-up Patrick is. Patrick is extremely upbeat and very helpful, especially very knowledgeable on Link Plus. Just a big, burly gentleman. Great guy, a pleasure to ride with. Looks forward to her next ride with him. Rhonda called and commented on how Martin P. handles his guests. Very interested in talking to them. He has a great sense of humor and is very sincere. Just a great driver.
Rhonda called and wanted us to know how much she appreciates how Ramon is with his guests on the bus, including herself. She said he is so kind and easy to talk to, and that it is very comforting as a guest on the bus. I asked if there was a specific time that she wanted to specify, and Rhonda says, Ramon is like this every time I ride, and that's why giving this accommodation is so important to me.
Ruth is such a kind driver. She always seems to do what is kind for the riders. She waited for a rider even though she was late getting to the bus, and that is something you don't see very often at Columbia Station. Just want you to know how great she is.
I wish to compliment your driver Jessica on Route 8 this morning. She was approaching a green light at Ferry and stopped to permit a pickup to run the red light, or rather slide through the intersection. Her alertness prevented the bus from being damaged by the pickup or passengers being in harm's way. Dick Zimmerman. a frequent bus rider with a face mask covering both the nose and mouth.
Rhonda called and wanted to say she is very impressed and happy with Rick and he's doing an excellent job. She misses his sense of humor.
Rhonda called and said that Josh is extremely courteous and helpful, knowledgeable regarding his job. I always enjoy talking to him.
This one's for Gary Cranwell. Glad he's back to Link Plus. So nice and friendly.
Mary called in and wanted to give a big thank you to all the Link Plus drivers. She said they are all so courteous, polite, and helpful. She said they are a lot of fun, especially Gary, Jorge, Abel, and Ron S. So we realized there are a lot of comments here from Rhonda, but if you take a look at them, she really nailed it when describing you all. We just want to thank you guys for all you do. It's been a hard year and you've worked hard the whole time. Hope you know you make a difference and you are definitely rock stars.